Hello, friends. Keisha here from A Joyful Endeavor, and this is episode 7 of Vlogmas, Craftmas, where I am just sharing all the things I'm getting up to, crafty-wise or festivities-wise, bringing joy and happiness to my little heart. And I am super happy to have you along with me. I am just fresh here, very fresh on YouTube, and I'm trying to learn how to get good at posting and also make interesting videos. So I just decided that I would start with just going for it with a vlogmas. And I'm learning a lot, and I started with trying to do a video every single day and realized that that was chaotic. And then I've spaced it out to doing like 2 or 3 days at a time. And I was calling them like by the names, but I think I'm just gonna throw that out the window and start doing episodes. So I think this is episode 7 if I go based off of, maybe this is 8. I think this is 8. So welcome to episode 8. But what I get up to is, let's see, I went on a run on Christmas Tree Lane, and I got a little bit of footage from that. And also I am very, very into knitting this second panda, which is a gift that I'm going to be giving to my friend. She may or may not watch this, but I don't think it will matter because it's for her baby, and her baby will be surprised either way. And what else? Let's see. Oh, there was a craft night that happened. That happens every week, and we worked on paint by numbers. So I'll take you along. I'll probably do a little bit of voiceover to kind of like talk over what was going on and what's going through my mind. And I just want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and let's get into it. Look at this guy. I don't know if you can really see. I'm like just about halfway through his little nose. And yeah, this is his body. He's got some pearl bumps for where I'm gonna add in his arms and legs and tail. And I'm actually just about to do the final increase here, and then I'll go into decreasing. And yeah, I've gotten very obsessed. I stayed up really late one night and just, yeah, kept knitting away. So I should be done with the body really quickly here, and then if I remember correctly, doing the arms and legs, they probably took me an hour or 2 each. So yeah, 2 ears, a tail, those will probably be like about 1 hour, and then 4 arms. So 5 more hours after I get done with the body. And then I will actually make the jacket for this as well, the little sweater, which will be fun. But that is my little update, and I will just keep knitting along here and see how far I get. It's a new day, and you might be able to hear that crazy noise that's happening outside. I apologize. But alas, it is what it is. I have been knitting away, and you can see that I've actually made a lot of progress. Let me go and get my other bear and show you the differences. She's back. So, I don't know if you can tell, but Is it the same? No, it's smaller, I promise. It's smaller. It's just the tiniest bit smaller. You can see that even just like the width of the stripe is just like a little bit smaller. Can you actually see? Just a teensy bit here. Honestly, it just looks like it's one stitch shorter. Oh, but I promise it's smaller. Now I'm curious what will happen once it's actually made fully. Once it's stuffed. Well, okay. That wasn't helpful for me, I guess. This one still feels like he's a little bit too big. But I'm just finishing up here. I've done, I think I'm just doing some decreases. That's what I have left up here, and then I'll do a Kitchener stitch to close it off. But what I want to do first is just finish up all of the ends so that I still can like get my hand in there. I think honestly I'll probably leave most of the ends as they are, except I need to finish this bottom piece, which I'll do right now actually. And then the other thing is there's a spot where I changed from one yarn to another, and so it's a little bit loose, and I want to just kind of try to make that better. But other than that, I think I'm good. And then I'll stuff it. Oh, the other thing I was thinking about doing was just doing a quick steam block. So that it can kind of chill a bit, and hopefully ultimately kind of even out some of the stitches, because I don't want to do like a full-on block, but I would be happy to see it kind of even out a little bit. Honestly, it might make it get bigger if I do that. So that's something to think about. Yeah, let's see. But this should be pretty simple to finish up. Something that I love doing is having a consistent night every week where I get to see my friends and we get to work on something creative. We have gotten to the point where there's 3 of us who attend every week, and we share the responsibilities of hosting. So we rotate through. Somebody will offer to host, and usually the person who's hosting will usually provide dinner. That can be a homemade meal, or that can be something bought from takeout or whatever. And then we get together, we hang out, we talk, we eat food. Sometimes we bring things and let the others choose from them, like if we have random things we don't want anymore, or something that was gifted to us that we maybe aren't personally going to use a sample of, but we think that the others might. We usually will share the love at these nights. And then the other thing that we do is we work on our projects together, and we spend time hanging out and talking. And let's see, usually I'm knitting, and my one friend is often knitting as well, whereas the other is sometimes crocheting, or she will do all sorts of projects. Recently, we've been into the latch hook game, but all in all, we all get into being crafty, and it's fun to have a night where we really focus in on that together, and to be able to give support and guidance and feedback and recommendations when we get stuck on a project. And it's actually been really fun as well. I'm usually not that much of a group message type of person, but with these two, we have a group message where we will send each other updates on our projects if we work on them without one another throughout the week. And then we also will use that as an opportunity to kind of keep in touch or keep up to date on the things that we've been, talking about during the craft night. So say one of us was going to go to some sort of work meeting that we were nervous about or excited about or whatever, we would very likely give each other updates on that throughout the week. And it's just a really, really cool way to be connected and to have something that you're creating, something that's process driven, that you can then not only see your own progress and see your own forward movement in a specific project, but also share it with somebody else who's actually been there through a lot of it, and vice versa. They will share their projects with you and their excitement and their progress. And yeah, it's been really fun. It's actually quite interesting. The past couple of craft nights have all been this specific paint by number project. We actually did finish it tonight, so you'll see some of the finishing pieces right here. But usually we're all working on our own projects, and it's kind of self-led on whatever we feel like working on. But yeah, it's been one of the best things that we've implemented consistently. I've done this before where I tried to have a craft night that I was hosting every single week. And something about having each of us give part, like hosting it and taking on that responsibility, I think that we each really love being there and we're all bought in. So it's something that we all look forward to, and we all want to make sure that we don't miss it as much as we possibly can. And yeah, I've actually I've thought about joining other run clubs or doing other things, but I every time when I think about it, I'm like, no, I'll keep my Wednesday nights for craft nights. So it's been one of the best things that we've implemented this year. And it's also been cool to just know that you have a community of people that you have a built-in group of people that you will see every single week. And here is the finished product. Each of us made 2 of them. You probably saw me working on the peach and the strawberry, and then the other 2 are grouped top and bottom with what they specifically worked on. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I would love if you would give me a comment or a like, or if you would subscribe. And lastly, I would love to hear what you have been knitting or what you've been working on over the month of December. Have a really, really good rest of your week. Bye.